Hello everyone, Zane here and welcome to the Final Fantasy XIV video. So today I want to go over the changes that came with patch 7.3 for Cosmic Exploration. So the first change to Cosmic Exploration is now we have access to the moon through the main Aetheryte. Now I believe going to other planets will still have to go through driving away here. Okay, so the first thing is we get the mount finally. So if you've been having issues with your gathering missions, you can just use your mount to get to each node to save you a crap ton of time. The second change is that we have a summoner bell now, which is right next to the vendors. So if you need access to your retainers, you can now do this from the moon. Next is the new materials that they added in through Cosmo credits. So we have high cordials finally for 40 each, which is great. You have a couple materials that you usually would get from the script exchange for the current battle food. You have the new purple script item for 1,000 Cosmo credits, the Mason's Abrasive. You have the old sands of Sungilt, Mythloam, Mythroot, Mythbrine. And then you have the new 11 Chrome Aether Sand for 600 Cosmo credits, 400 and 200 respectively. You have Condensed Solution for 250 Cosmo credits, Crafted Detonations for 30, then you have the Cosmic Exploration Aetheryte tickets for 60 each. Then you have some of the bait for Fisher, and pretty much the rest is the same. So if you just click Show Added Items, you get everything that they added on. So that's pretty cool. I didn't know this until somebody actually commented in one of my videos. The other thing is the Mech Ops, which is happening right now. Ground support can now be able to finish the Fate if no one's doing the Mech Ops with the machines. So that's another good thing. Stellar missions have now changed, so when you have the regular A1 missions, they're just going to be the way they are before. If they are A2 missions, they'll have EX next to their name, and then the A3 missions will have EX+. This is an easier way to figure out which is which, and of course when you're doing your macros you can now put EX+, EX, or the regular name in your macro so you're not confused anymore. So the next few changes are with gatherers. So they now give you an idea of how far away you are from the stellar mission area. If it's blue, it means you're right on top of it. If it's yellow, it means you're kind of far away from it, and if it's red, you're really far away from it. But I checked some missions that are yellow and red and they're kind of like in the same area, which makes no sense, but it is what it is. The other thing, which is very minor, I think the stellar music for the mission start is different, which is like more epic. And some missions do have a longer time, so you have more time to actually do it. So let's do a mission right now, because there's a cordial and GP changes. So before you had to wait for your GP to regenerate, now they calculate how much you use and then they will refund you that GP. So if I use 100, 150, the mission or the chat log will tell you exactly how much you used, so you know exactly how much you're getting back. If you abandon the mission, you do not get your GP back. I don't even know if you actually don't get it back if you fail the mission too, but I'm assuming it's probably the same thing as abandoning it. So try to use as much GP as possible. Also, your cordial cooldown will reset upon succeeding a mission as well. So I use 500 GP, so I'll get that back in the end. So right before we finish the mission, I'll use a cordial to show you guys the resets. Alright, we got one more to gather here. There we go. So I'll use our cordial. Complete. GP restored, and your cordial cooldown has now resetted. And there's the music again, so yeah. Those are some of the changes that they brought to gatherers, at least. So the crafters do get extended time on some missions, and gatherers get their GP and their cordials off cooldown and regenerated. So this way, you don't have to wait for them to respawn. Also, the sequential missions no longer have a timer, so you can take as much time as you want when you actually trigger them. The problem was that they were on like a 5-minute timer or whatever it was, so you had to wait for your GP to regenerate and your cordial to come off cooldown. So now that that all has been changed, you can do your sequential missions immediately right after you trigger them, which is cool. So the last two things, if you are doing a mission that requires 2 jobs to complete, so minor carpenter, minor armorer, minor goldsmith, instead of having to choose which job to pass in for the points and of course the experience, both jobs will get the points and both jobs will get the experience finally. So I don't know why that wasn't there to begin with, but now it is. Also, if you go to the Cosmo Liner on a mount, you will stay mounted when you get off the skateboard or hoverboard, whatever we'll call it. I thought that was a pretty good idea as well, because having to mount and then remount again was kind of pretty stupid, so I'm kind of glad that they didn't do that. Alright, so basically that's everything that you'll need to know of the changes to Cosmic Exploration. So hopefully I didn't miss anything, and if I did, please put it in the comment section down below. Alright guys, so that's pretty much going to be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to check out the rest of my channel for more Final Fantasy XIV content, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Have fun! That's it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you're new for more Final Fantasy XIV content and help with the YouTube algorithm. If you guys want to support my channel even further, consider becoming a YouTube member, Patreon supporter, or help me on Ko-Fi. The links for those will be in the description down below, as well as my Discord. And an extra special shout out to the members on screen. So until next time, may you forever walk in the glorious light of Lord Bahamut, and always remember to keep forging ahead.